Hello, everybody, and thank you so much for watching another episode of Interviews with Entrepreneurs in South Africa. Today, I'm very excited to introduce you to Bronwyn Echardt. Bronwyn, will you please tell us a little bit more about your business and how you started it?
Okay, so firstly, thank you for having me. So my business is Gorecki Gifts. It's an online jewelry boutique that specializes in fashion, stainless steel, and sterling silver jewelry. And it started as a must-do, but it's something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. So I was a victim of COVID through retrenchment. And so I decided, okay, well, now it's the universe telling me it's time to start. And sure, what a journey so far.
Okay. Now COVID's only been around for 2 or 3 months. So going from victim to self-employed has been a pretty quick turnaround. Well done.
Thank you. Well, like I said, it's been on my mind for a long time. So I think I was ready, and I could make that change quite quickly because I was so ready to do it.
Okay. And what were you doing before this?
Before this, I was a brand manager for a business incubator. My portfolio was the events though, and obviously we're not doing events anymore, but large scale events for entrepreneurs was my focus.
Okay, so you've been You've been working with entrepreneurs for a long time now.
Yeah, for 11 years. So I'm going to take all that knowledge and put it into my own business now.
Is it a little frightening for you?
No, I'm loving it. Now all I need are those sales so that it can sustain me. I love it. It's my opportunity to take all of my marketing expertise, my social media expertise, my expertise with entrepreneurship, and actually just put that into my own thing. And yeah, it's been a joy so far. So we'll see. Watch this space.
Yeah. So for those of you who are watching, I met Bronwyn a decade ago in that entrepreneurial space that she was working in, and I've always experienced her as super competent. So for me, it is very, very exciting to see her finally stepping into her own power and her own truth with her own business. I think that's a really amazing thing. I know how much courage it takes. So well done for taking that big step.
Thanks so much.
Now, how's your business structured? You say it's an online business, so are you making the jewelry or are you getting it from other people?
Getting from wholesalers. So most of my stuff, specifically the sterling silver and the stainless steel, is actually sourced locally. And then the majority of the fashion jewelry is sourced internationally. But I spend a lot of time with my orders because I really try and look for things that I maybe haven't seen too much of before, or that have like a little bit of a quirk to it. Just really pretty stuff is what I'm looking for. So yeah, I've labeled myself the chief treasure seeker. So I'm always looking for treasures.
Oh, I love that. I love that. And what made you go into jewelry specifically?
I just love jewelry. It's always been a thing of mine. I love jewelry. I love pretty things. And then I also love the online space and marketing and social media. So I thought, well, the two could come together quite nicely. So that was kind of how I came about doing the jewelry.
And when you say quirky, interesting things, what sort of things do you look for?
So on the sterling silver side, generally very elegant type pretty things. And then on the fashion and the sterling silver, I try and look for, how can I put it? So some of it is, it's got that little bit of quirk. Like I like a little bit of quirk. My tagline is elegantly quirky. Okay. So I'm trying to stick to that as far as possible. Okay. So a lot of it is elegant and some of it is quirky, which, the guys will see when they go onto my website. Some of it you're going to be like, what were you thinking? But it's actually really
So it's really for the lady who knows who she is and what she wants.
I did try and make sure that I can cover everyone's tastes. So I'm sure there's something for everyone on there.
Okay. And how's your online store set up?
So I set it up on Shopify. So I use Shopify and just tried to make it very easy to navigate, easy to access, there's not, sorry, my dogs are going a little mad in the background. But yeah, just set up on Shopify. That was actually quite a journey in itself. I went from Shopify to WooCommerce, then back to Shopify. Originally, I decided to drop ship, and then very quickly decided drop shipping was not for me. I prefer to have my own stuff and have control over my deliveries and what it looks like on the other side and stuff like that. So yeah, but that was a lot of fun setting it up. I did it myself. And it's been interesting. Shopify itself is really, really easy to use, but getting the photos, because obviously as a startup, I can't pay someone to take my photos for me. So I think I'm on like around 500 of photos. But I'm finally happy. So I'm loading actually my last new photos today. And then I'm actually happy with with the photos, yeah.
Okay, so for the purposes of the people who are watching who may be thinking of using Shopify, could you share a little bit more about the process and what have been your challenges with the process, your biggest challenges, and also why the shift between Shopify and the other platform and then back again?
So the biggest reason for the shift was really just ease of use. I just found Shopify a lot easier to use. It's very self-explanatory almost. Like you just click a button and everything's there. Then you click the next button and everything is there, and it guides you really, really well through the process. Adding products, everything is self-explanatory. You just follow the process down. Adding variants of products is super easy. You can put in, if you're having a special, it's easy to add in discount prices. They manage your inventory for you. You can easily link to Facebook. All my whole catalog is streamed to Facebook, so I don't have to go and load everything onto Facebook as well. Could link to Instagram. Everything is linked, and it's just their plugins as well. They've got the most amazing plugins. So I downloaded a plugin yesterday that automatically resizes your images so that they're all the same size, as an example. And I've really just found the experience with them to be very, very pleasant.
Okay, that's very useful information. And what kind of cost is attached to using Shopify?
So Shopify is $29 a month. And then they take a very, very small percentage. I think it's 2% on each transaction. But for me, I know one of the groups that I belong to, a lot of people complain about the fee and stuff like that. But for me, I think it's been very reasonable. I did look around at some of the other sites and stuff like that, and it was just for me the best decision. So yeah, $29 a month and then 2% on each transaction, which is like 50 cents sometimes.
Yes. And so are you aiming at international customers or local customers?
Local.
And
Yeah,
do you
local.
and is Shopify set up in US dollars?
No, you can do it in rands.
Okay.
But because they're American, they charge me as the user in dollars.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
So
on the site, everything is in rands.
So would you need a PayPal account then to set it up?
I use PayFast.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it's got a lot of different options in terms of payments and that, or different payment providers that you can use. So you can use PayPal, but I chose to use PayFast.
Okay.
And then also with their delivery and stuff like that, there's a plugin for You Africa, which is South African based or African based. So I just plugged that in and it automatically handles all my courier stuff in South Africa. So they've got a lot of really, really nice plugins that are for the South African market.
Okay, that's wonderful. That's wonderful news. And how do you courier the stuff out to people? Do you have a preferred courier that you like to use? And have you had any challenges with that?
Yeah, so with You Africa, you get quotes from various courier companies. I am going to do a shout out though and say that I use Courier It. They've been amazing. No issues so far, fingers crossed.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's been great. They collect promptly, they deliver promptly. But again, I have the option through You Africa to always check their pricing against others. So yeah, there's been no real issues. And with You Africa, they handle all the notifications on my behalf to my client on, you know, shipment collected, shipment en route, shipment delivered, all of that kind of stuff. So, but with my branding, which is great.
Okay, so you've got automated tracking as part of the
Mm,
functionality. That's very useful.
mm,
That's very,
mm,
very useful. And do they ship to little towns? Because I know in the past when I looked into shipping products locally, it's quite easy to ship to your big centers, but when you start
mm,
shipping to very small remote places, it sometimes becomes more
mm.
costly.
Yeah, so I do have a backup plan if it comes to that. There is another store that I know of who they themselves are in a very remote location. So I did find out who their courier is. And I can't think of the name right now, but I've got it written down. But I'm hoping for the most part that I won't run into too many issues. So far, it's only been major centers.
Mm.
So yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it and figure it out.
It's still early days for you. How does it
Yeah.
feel to be in the first few months of launching a new business?
It's been great. It's exciting. I actually I call it SMSs, but it's WhatsApp. I WhatsApp my best friend the other day and I said, you know, I really hope that this can sustain me because I'm loving it. I really am loving it.
Yay.
But I did a soft launch about 2 months ago when I was still thinking about doing the drop shipping. Then I kind of took a back step and then did a proper launch 3 weeks ago with my own stuff. So it's only really been about 3 weeks, but it's been really, really cool. I mean, like Facebook, I'm so excited. We over 400 page likes already, and stuff like that. So it's been so, yeah, it's just been great. I love it. I love it. And you know, being able to make all the decisions myself. So what marketing I'm going to do, what does my site look like, what does the material look like, my brand, my name, my all of that stuff is I'm loving it.
I'm pretty certain you're enjoying the autonomy after working in an big organization for a long time.
Yeah, I'm kind of that person that needs to do it by herself, I think.
It sounds wonderful. Sounds wonderful. And who's your ideal customer?
So ideal customer, I would say, are obviously South African based women between the ages of about 20 to about 50, based on the kinds of jewelry that I have. And then, yeah, just any lady that just wants to look pretty.
I think that's all of us.
Yeah, yeah. So I posted this thing on Facebook the other day, and it says, "Jewelry is to women what icing is to a cupcake. So don't be a naked cupcake."
I love that. I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
My earrings were always my favorite thing, and then when I went to live on the farm and I stopped going out, I stopped wearing earrings for so long that my holes closed.
Oh no.
And now I'm so cross because I
Oh
feel
wow.
naked when I go out and I want to put those earrings on and I can't put them in. I'm very upset, and I keep
Oh.
promising myself that once this COVID thing's over, I'm going to go get my ears pierced again.
Yeah, when I was getting ready for this interview, I realized I've also, like, I work from home, so I'm at home so much that I don't put in my earrings and stuff. But I'm like, oh, I need to put in my earrings. So I got my skulls in.
They're lovely. I was admiring them. Are those part of your collection?
Not yet. I've got some other skull type earrings because I love skulls.
Okay.
So I've got a couple of really nice, I've got 3 different varieties of skulls. These I actually want to go and I got them, they're from a shop in South Africa. So I'm going to do wholesale with them because I love them.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, I've got a couple of other skulls on there if people want to go have a look.
And are most of your suppliers local? You mentioned international also, but are you trying to support local jewelry makers?
Yes, as far as possible, I'm trying to support local. So most of my sterling silver and stainless steel is local. And then a bulk of my fashion is international, just because it, for me, cost-wise, it worked out better to do most of the fashion international. But I found a really great supplier in Cape Town for the stainless steel and the sterling silver, and they only do wholesale, they don't do retail. So it's not like, buying from a retailer who's giving you a wholesale price. These are proper wholesalers who don't do retail. So yeah, that was a big thing for me.
Okay. Are there a lot of suppliers who kind of have a dual model where they do retail and wholesale?
It seems to be the majority from what I found. I did do quite a lot of research and tried to find different, obviously when I was doing my research on suppliers and stuff like that, it was very difficult to find proper wholesalers with the kind of jewelry that I wanted. There are a couple more in the Cape Town area, but they didn't have the kind of jewelry that I wanted. So, and I know it's not all about me, it's about my client, but I'm not really into the big ornate chunky type jewelry and stuff like that, and I was finding a lot of that where I wanted something a bit more feminine and elegant and with, like I said, with my bit of quirk.
Yes. And where do you see your business in 5 years' time?
Sure, hopefully sustaining me so I don't need to go find a job. Yeah, that's basically my biggest wish, is just that it does grow to the point where it can sustain me, where I don't have to worry about finding other employment, where it's my full-time focus, don't have to worry about anything else, and I can just, give it everything. So that's my dream.
Do you feel that COVID has maybe been a gift because it's given you the kick that you needed to do this?
I think ask me in 3 months if I still have an income. No, I'm kidding. No, I think it has been the kick. Like I said, I've been wanting to do this for a long time. I've wanted a change for a long time. And I believe in the universe kind of doing things or putting things in your way when it's the right time, and when, so that things can work out the way they're supposed to. So I have faith that this has worked out the way that it's supposed to, and that this is what I'm supposed to do. So yeah, so we'll see. I think, yeah, COVID did that. And COVID also, I think, helped with we're going through quite a big e-commerce boom at the moment. And that is because of COVID. So, at least we can thank it for that.
Yes, and this is a great time to enter the e-commerce space, isn't it?
Yeah, there seems to be a lot of people going into the e-commerce space now. Again, one of the groups that I belong to, every day there's people posting, oh, I've just launched my website, and I always go look at it interest to like see and compare and all of that. But it's been quite interesting, and also just some of the products that some people are doing is quite interesting. So yeah, we'll see.
And what Facebook groups are you enjoying the most? Are you learning from at the moment?
So I think there's 4 groups. So the first one is Insaka's group. So Insaka is an e-commerce training company. So they've got a massive community where it's not about promotion. It's all about help and questions and feedback and all that kind of thing. So I did post my website on there and ask the community for feedback, and through that I found out that McAfee was actually blocking my website. So with one of the guys on the community, we kept going back and forth to try and fix this. So that's been
wonderful.
Great. I've gotten a lot of information from there. The other one is a South African entrepreneur. She set up a group called Fearless Females, which I'm really, really enjoying as well. And then 2 others are, hers is is it Fearless? Yes, hers is, yes, Fearless Females. And then Women Helping Women Entrepreneurs is another group. So I've tried to join as many proper entrepreneurial groups as I can, where it's not all about just promotion. Some of the South African groups that I've joined, I see it's just ad. But I wanted information and support and that kind of thing as well. So I've been a little bit selective with some of the groups that I've joined, and it's been great.
Yes, I follow that Insaka group as well, and I'm amazed at the wealth of information that's on there. It's been a gold mine of information for me too. So
Yeah.
That's wonderful. I'm so proud of you to see that you finally have taken the step. It's awesome. You're going to shine.
Yeah.
You're going to shine.
Yeah. Thank
You've
you.
always
Well,
had
like I said, I'm loving it. So I really hope it works because I'm really loving it.
Well, you've got a great work ethic. I think it'll pay off. If you
Thank
put
you.
half the energy into your own business that you used to put into working for a boss, I'm sure you're going to be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Anyway, so Bronwyn, if anybody is looking for you online, where can they find you?
Okay, so website is Gorecki Gifts. So I'll spell that. It's GORECKI gifts.co.za. They can also find me on Facebook, also at Gorecki Gifts, Instagram, Gorecki_gifts, and then email is info@Gorecki Gifts. So try to make it nice and easy for everyone. But yeah, just gorekkigifts.co.za.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing your inspiring story with us today. It was really super to connect with you again.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It's been great. Yeah,
And
good to see you.
if you have any parting words for anybody out there who wants to start their own business.
I think just do it. If there's anything I'm learning, it's that I should have done this years ago. So I think just if it's something you want to do, just do it. Just go ahead and do it. And again, that whole universe thing where it works out the way that it's supposed to, it'll work out the way it's supposed to. So yeah, those are my parting words.
Those are awesome, inspiring words. Thank you so much, Bronwyn.
Thank you.